All right, I am not even gonna do an intro for this because I'm tired. All right, today today was a decent day, and the main thing about this whole thing, y'all can already tell in the title, bro. I'm over it, and I'll start off like this. All right, the day started off pretty decent. I woke up. I did what I had to do. I got to work on time. I wasn't late. Everything was good this morning. I actually had a good, decent morning. And the one thing that did mess everything up is just my bad if I cuss, but my boss, bro. Here's something I don't usually tell everybody this. This has been something that I've low key just been trying to keep to myself and stuff. But I work in the kitchen. I am a food prep slash line cook for a banquet style kitchen. And to be honest, I've been in the kitchen for like a good portion of my life. So when it comes to stuff like this is what really pisses me off. Let me tell y'all before I keep rambling. Let me tell y'all. So, and I can't even lie. You feel me? Like, throughout my times of working in the kitchen, I've always had this thing of coming to work late. And the thing about that is like I don't purposely come to work late. You feel me? I don't think anybody purposely goes to work late. I think it's just there's be occurrences that happen that maybe I'm 5 minutes late, maybe I'm 10 minutes late. That's whatever. You feel me? I feel like that's life. You could be as on time as you want, but you either gonna be early or you late. Simple as that. So that's besides the point. But uh recently at this job, and by the way, the video of me actually getting the job is on my page. If y'all want to check it out, I have the video of me doing the interview, going there, and everything. It's on my page. It's called "I Got a 9 to 5," which I regret. But so it's like a lot of what I'm about to talk about and break down is like I've seen it happen before. I've experienced it, and I've learned from my experiences, which is why this particular one pisses me off. So I got my alarm set for 5 5:45 a.m., 5:40 a.m. I start work. I'm supposed to clock in at 6:30. That's what time I'm clocking in. I open up, da 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 da. So I set my alarm, mind you, this is before I just get off stream. I'm doing my little night regimen to make sure that I can wake up in the morning. I set my alarm 5:45 and I go to sleep and I wake up, ring, 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 ring. You would think it's my alarm. No, it's my boss calling me. Yo, where you at? You feel me? Like, you're like an hour late. And then me, immediately I look at the time, I see, oh snap, it's 7:30. Mind y'all, like I said, I was supposed to start working at 6:30. Hold on, something got my eye. All right, I'm good. But mind y'all, I'm supposed to be working at 6:30. Early as hell. I'm talking crush, not even out my eyes yet, but I've been managing that shit, and I'm not mad at it. But so when he called me and I looked at the time and I seen that it was 7:30, I immediately I'm an honest person. You feel me? I told him straight up, I like, yo, I can't even lie to you. I'm just now waking up. I don't know what happened with my alarm, but I'm gonna be on the way real soon. He said, bet. All right, cool. I head on the way there. Mind y'all, I gotta take a lift there. If I could take the bus, but if I take the bus, it's gonna take me another hour 30 to get there. But if I take a lift, it's gonna take me 30 minutes. Cause the boy don't have a car. I don't got no whipskis. But we working on that. We working on that. But so he he said, "Man, I'm gonna see you." Da, 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 da. I get there. It's nothing too much. He didn't even trip. To be honest, he ain't trip. He took care of what I had to do in the morning. Hour went by. That was actually a good day. You feel me? Now that I think about it, that was actually a decent day. Other than what happened in the morning, he didn't really, like I said, he didn't really trip about it. He just said he had to do his job, which was if somebody is late or calls out, he got to do it, which I respect. You feel me? You get paid to do that. That's your job. You do it. So the next time, mind y'all, like I said, I'll be late. I'll be late. I can't lie. I'll be late. But these ones are the ones where it's just like crazy occurrences. It ain't got nothing to do with my usual antics. So the next time, a couple months go by the way, not even weeks, a month or two go by, and we get this new, I don't even know what to call him, to be honest. Y'all ever had somebody at your job who they hired as a higher up, but they not really like a high, they not on the same level of all the other higher ups, but they above you only because the higher ups tell them, but the actual actions they do aren't really up there, you feel me? That's who they hired. They hired somebody like that. And me and him started off on the right foot. I'm not gonna count. He was cool. We was chopping it up, saying da 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 da. You feel me? Like there was even one time, like buddy took me home one day. We you feel me? Da da da. And I fuck with you, but I did peep some things within that conversation that made me realize I gotta watch out for him, because he was talking shit about a guy that we work with that I've actively seen him be buddy buddy with. Not just buddy buddy, but kiki, ha ha. When you at work, you just do the little work banter. I seen him have work banter with that guy before, and the fact that he was talking like this, not the level of shit, but the type of shit he was talking, I was just like, damn, I wonder if you ever did this when I'm not around. Did this about me when I'm not around. And this video kind of confirms that, but we're not gonna get into that right now, So that's the guy, you know, me and him cool, da 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 da. So we just working. And the main thing is the restaurant was low-key in the hole when it came to the station that I was in. So he was there to help us get out of that hole, which I won't lie, he did do that. He implemented, I wouldn't say like certain things directly from his standpoint, but it's just things that we should have been had that I didn't have the power or the positioning to tell them like, we need this and not this. You feel me? Like we was using burners with no ventilation by a door, the most ghettoest setup ever, when we could easily just get a flat top. But I ain't never want to say that because that's not my job. That's not my position. That's not my role. I'm the type of person, I hate when I tell somebody something or suggest something and it doesn't fall through. Because I'll tell y'all this, I don't give advice or suggestions unless I'm 110% sure of something. I will Google it. I will think about it 5,000 times. I'll even go ask somebody else if this seems good before I go to somebody and give them some advice. So when I give advice, I low-key be expecting that bit to be taken. Simple as that. Simple as that. I don't know where I even came from with that idea, but I lost my track of thought. I'm not gonna care. I lost my track of thought. Shit. But yeah. So overall, I seen Buddy talk about the other guy, and to be honest, the other guy is cool peeps. So I'm cool with him. What's crazy is recently he told me, the other guy told me this one thing, and he was just like, because he didn't know some other guy's name, and he asked me his name, and I was just like, I barely know. And he was like, all right, bet. Because he said, I only ask you for your name if I like you or if I don't like you. If I don't care, I don't care. And that spoke a lot to me. It made me wonder, like, damn, you know my name. I wonder why do you know my name? But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. So that guy, the new hire, the person that doesn't really have a role or position or spot, right? They just threw him over my department and was like, you're going to run this department. Mind y'all, my department never had somebody like that until he came. I was working there for a good 3-4 months before he came, and I never had somebody like him over me. Now, can I say that that's why we were in the hole? Maybe. But they could have easily gave that job to me or the person I was working with. So me and Buddy working, da 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 da. So one of the days, same shit, literally the same thing happens. I set my alarm, I do it, I let it go through, I go to bed, I wake up, ring 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 ring. You would have thought it was my alarm, but no, it was we're gonna call him We gonna call him James. Let's call him James. Let's call him James. It's James on the phone. And mind you, he's like, yo, bro, where you at, gang? Da, 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 da. And I'm telling him, yo, my alarm did not go off. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. By the way, Apple, y'all got some explaining to do because something tells me that y'all know something about y'all apps that's not letting the alarms go off. Now, either I'm sleeping through my alarms like a freaking nuke, or you feel me? Like something's happening to where these alarms are not going off. I promise you, bro. I promise you. But yeah, I told him my alarm didn't go off. He said, all right, bet. I pulled through work. I go to work. He's upset. He's throwing shade. He's doing all these little stuff. And then eventually he's just like, we got to talk. We're going to have to talk after this. And I'm like, all right, cool. No, 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 no. Error. Cut. No. No. So I don't get written up that day. I don't get written up that day. No. I don't get written up that day. No, 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 no. So that happens. That day goes by fine, actually. It's the next day that I come into work, and mind y'all, since he's been in that position, I haven't really been able to like do my job because he's trying to like, figure out my position, trying to figure out how can he optimize it. But how he's doing it is he's taking me out of my position, putting himself in that position, but not allowing me to give him my like, experiences. He's just telling me, yo, go do this, go do that. And I understand you want to work, but it's like, bro, that's literally in my job description to do this right here. What you have me doing is not even in my job. It literally says cook. So that was a whole thing. Even people started noticing. They were just like, because whenever I did have the days where he wasn't there and I was on the line, there was some people that were just like, yo, bro, you getting a little slow. You feel me? Like, you used to be faster than this. What's going on? And I had to attest to it because nigga, I ain't been in this station in weeks. It's my first time back at this station. Y'all done changed the whole menu. There's an ahi stack now, whatever the that is. There's so much new stuff that is just like, taking me out of this was the worst thing y'all could have did. Cause I was the only cook that actually knew this station. So that's that. So the next day I come in and I'm an opener. So I come in, he's opening too. And he tells me, he's like, yo, so excuse me. I spoke to Kyle. I'm not gonna use the real name, but I'm just gonna say it. He said I spoke to Kyle, and Kyle says that he thinks you should get on the line, and I'll just gonna sit back and monitor, and we're gonna see how that goes. You feel me? Give you some time to catch up on the new menu. I said, in my mind, finally, bro. I understand. I love doing prep, but this was literally my job. Finally, I get back to doing my job. All right, and I tell him like, all right, cool, it's cool. Thank you. So I go back, I start doing my little opening thingy, da 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 da. And part of the opening thingy is making rice. And that's therapeutic as hell for me. So I try to like get that out the way first. Plus it takes time. Plus that's just something you don't want to have to deal with in the middle of a rush. You want to make sure your rice is hot. So I'm making the rice, I'm washing it. I'm washing it. Mind you, we don't got no tickets. We don't got no tickets. It opens at 7. It's probably 6:59 or something like that. I'm in the middle of watching the rice, but we open at 7. It's probably 6:59, 6:58. Boom, ticket. I'm washing the rice. I look at the ticket. I acknowledge it because I can see what's on there. I see the ticket. Online order. Won't be here for another 45 minutes. Oh, it's just this, this, and that. All right, bet. I got it. I'm like, all right, but I'm in the middle. Mind y'all, my hands wet as hell. I'm washing rice. All right, bet. Soon as I'm finished washing this rice, I'm gonna get to that ticket because it's an online order. They ain't gonna be here yet. Cool. Hey, yo, bro, you seen that ticket? Yeah, I seen it. I'm gonna get to it when, as soon as I finish giving this rice. Nah, tickets priority. Get to it now. But I'm washing this rice, and if I do the ticket right now, it's gonna be cold by the time the person. I didn't ask for no suggestions. Just take his priority. Go wash. All right, bet you. All right, I'm not even arguing with you right now. All right, so I put down the rice, and I go do the ticket. I do the ticket right, and it's a simple. All it need is bacon, eggs, and peppers and onions and stuff. That's it. Bacon, eggs, onions, and peppers. Another ticket comes in, and he goes, see, that's why I told you, bro, ticket priority. In my mind, I'm just like, bro, please shut the fuck up, bro, because it's the same shit. The second ticket that came in is the same thing as the first. And this is an online, meaning I could have finished my rice. This ticket would have came in and I would have just doubled up on what I made. That's no problem. But now I'm in the middle of a loop now because now I got to do the online order. And then I got to start working on this next ticket. And who knows if another ticket going to come in after that. Now I'm in the middle of actually working instead of washing my rice. Now I got to wait until there's an open time to wash my rice. I see how this is starting to get a little iffy now. Mind you, the first box that I made was still sitting there by the time I went to go wash my rice. Meaning I did not need to make that first. It got cold. That's what pissed me off, bro. So that was the whole scenario, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. We go through the day. It's cool. At the end of the day, he tells me, he's like, yo, uh, me and James needs to talk to you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, bet. Buddy Buddy was tripping today. He's probably gonna talk about how he was tripping, da 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 da, blah 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 blah. Like I said, y'all, I've been in the kitchen for years. I practically already know how half of this stuff be going, so I already knew what was up. We get there, the first thing they tell me, this is not a write up. Then why the hell you got me signing this piece of paper? Why the hell is there a piece of paper in front of you? Why are we sitting here talking about how I could be making improvements and blah 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 blah? Mind y'all, the weirdest thing in this conversation was they told me, they were like, if you ever have any no, first they told me, if a chef tells you to do something, don't say anything but yes, chef. I kind of get it. I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Okay. After that, they told, and this is what confused me. They told me, if you have any suggestions, feel free to let your chef know. I was conflicted. I was conflicted because how can I give my chef a suggestion if I can only respond to him by saying yes, chef? I'm gonna say that one more time. I'm gonna say that one more time. How can I give my chef a suggestion if all I can respond to him is yes, chef? Y'all see how that don't make sense, right? Y'all see how like, that literally does not make any type of sense. So bet I signed that paper. Mind y'all, a little funny thing that happened before I even signed the paper. So as I'm going through it and signing it, da 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 da. So it technically wasn't a write off because it says coaching and counseling on one box, and then the next box was like write off, suspension, termination. So technically they was right. It wasn't a write off, but I had to write some shit off. But it was funny because I literally made the joke. I'm like, this not firing me, right? As a joke. And they're like, nah, we would let you know. All right. So as I'm going through the paper, the last line where I have to sign my name next to it says the last date of employment. And as soon as I seen that, I pick up the paper. I go, what is this? What is this? Y'all lying. Who? Where Johnny Knoxville at? Why did it say last day of employment and I'm supposed to sign it? He was like, nah, 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 nah. That's for the next, because I guess they keep the same paper. And the paper it shows record of like, da da da. So if I keep going at the end, I would have signed that part. But he was like, nah, 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 you don't sign that part yet. Okay. But you don't sign that part yet. And from there, I just left, to be honest, bro. I'm the type of person that I don't really like. They call me nonchalant. That was the word for it. They said I was nonchalant because all I know, as soon as they hired that middleman, they was on my ass for some reason. Nobody else, mind y'all, I can't explain my kitchen, da 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 da, because I feel like y'all gonna find out where I work. But everybody in that bit do whatever the fuck they want. When I say the fuck, I mean the fuck they want. As long as you do your job, you good. As long as you do that shit, you Gucci boy. You so I go da da blah 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 blah. I sign the paper. I tell them I won't be late again. I'm sorry, cause no one ever purposely is late. Like me telling you I won't be late again generally means nothing, cause I didn't want to be late in the beginning. So it's just like, and they keep telling me, oh, but you could put your alarm for 15 minutes earlier, schedule it for 30. And I don't think how they realize how stupid that actually sounds. That if I didn't make the first alarm, if the first alarm didn't go off, what makes you think the alarm from if I put it 15 minutes earlier, it might go off? Please make it make sense. That's all I want is for people to actually bring actual points and facts to a problem and situation to where it can be assessed. On to the next day. Next day, good. I'm good for a good 2 weeks, bro. I'm coming in early. I'm da 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 da. I ain't even tell y'all. I asked for a raise. They told me no that day. The day that they made me sign that paper. They told me we can't give you a raise, even though you've been here for 3 months prior to this 3 months that you was waiting the 3 months. We wasn't looking at you doing your greatness the first 3 months. We just gonna gauge this 3 months that you've been fucking up, but no raise because of this 3 months, not the first 3 months that you was doing really, really good. Matter of fact, we had you doing supervisor jobs and you wasn't even supervisor. But you fucked up these past 3 months, so I'm not gonna cap. But so they told me I gotta wait until the next 3 months. Blah 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 blah. So after that, it was just like a whole bunch of just niggas on my dick, bro. Pause, bro. But just niggas on my dick, bro. Literally, like the middleman. I forgot what we said we was gonna call him. Yeah, I forgot. But the middleman literally is like tells me, but they watching you now. Little did I know it was him. So we go on to the next occurrence. Uh, third time that my alarm doesn't go off. I don't know what's going on at this point. I actually gotta check my phone to make sure Apple isn't trying to set me up. But my alarm does not go off, and I wake up. I wake up at like 7. See, my body not gonna let me like go too much past what I want to do, but it's gonna get what it need real quick. So I woke up at 7. It's hard to gauge, but I woke up around 7. And as soon as I looked at the time and I seen it was 7, I went and called the middleman immediately. And I was like, yo, my bad. I just woke up. I'm on my way calling a lift right now. I'll be there in 30. Bet. He said, look, mind y'all, this is energy on the phone. Oh, all right, bro, no problem. Boop. All right, bet. I get in. All right, thank you, bro. We get in. We doing our job. I'm doing my job or whatever. Blah blah blah. He was helping me out. Blah blah blah. The closer comes in. The person that's supposed to leave me and then close. He comes in, and I'm in the back doing my little closing thingy. All I hear is middleman go to the closing guy and it's just like, bro, I couldn't do none of my stuff today because so and so came in like an hour, 2 hours late, bro. I can't even do da 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 da. And I'm just like, I know you're not talking about me, cause we just worked this whole day. And there was moments where you was chilling. You wasn't doing nothing. There was moments we wasn't doing nothing. And you telling me I got in the way of you doing what you had to do? Matter of fact, what do you do? But aside from that, I got in the way from you doing what you had to do. How? After the 2 hours went, you only literally for them 2 hours, it wasn't even busy. I think it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday. It wasn't even busy. So it's just not much happened in those 2 hours to where I messed up your whole regimen. That goes to show how much your planning is not good. But aside from that, I hear him talking mess. I ask the guy, I'm like, yo, did he just say something about me being late being the reason why he couldn't do that? Da, da, da. Guy was like, yep. I was like, that's bullshit. He, and this is what I'm learning about him. He loves to play victim. He loves to be on the side that needs support because it's like a pacifier, or I don't know, it's like a passive, because pacifier actually, hold on, there's a definition for pacifier actually. Pacifier definition. A pacifier pacifies something. So pacifies definition means to bring to a state of peace or calm, rather it's soothing someone's anger or restoring tranquility to a situation. I just looked up the definition. Hold on. Right there. You see it? Exactly. So he likes to be pacified and shit. And how I know this is because that day they like to call me and say, like I mentioned earlier, they say I'm disorganized and messy, blah blah blah. One day the guy James, the headed guy, not because there's actually somebody named James there. He actually is one of the owners. I'm not talking about that one. This is the fake name. But he told me, he was like, bro, you're a fucking slob, bro. Clean up. And I know he was joking, but low-key not joking. But the way he said it did get to my ego. So I went and I cleaned up my mess. And I stayed clean since then. How I know Buddy likes to be pacified, I told him, I was ever since James said, I just realized I don't even know what names is real and what names is fake at this point. It don't even matter. We just gonna call him bruh. Ever since bruh said da 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 da, like I've been on point lately, you feel me? And then he looked at me, he was just like, so you're not gonna listen to me? And I'm just like, bruh, that's not even what I said. I just said ever since Buddy said that thing, I've been on point lately. So he took that as I only listen to what Buddy higher up guy says. So after that, he just kept saying anytime he says something, he would be like, don't do this. Me and bro already talked about it. Just to insinuate that, oh yeah, if you want it from him, we already talked about it. This is from him to me, da 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 da. And when he started doing that, I was just like, you can't even speak off your own accord. You can't even like stand on your own ground. You got to use his name to back your ground up. That's crazy. And blah 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 blah. Back to the most recent da 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 energy blah. I come into work, nothing happens. I get told, okay. Come into work, nothing happens, and then he tells me, he asks me at the end of the shift, he was like, yo, can you stay till 4? I get off at 3. Mind you, I'll take the bus. So I'm trying to get home so I can stream and do what I gotta do. So I can't really stay until 4. So I tell him, no. He look at me some type of way, bro. He goes, all right, we're gonna talk tomorrow and I'll make sure so and so, I'll make sure bruh's in the conversation. So now you gotta bring bruh into this, I guess, bro, because you always need your handler. So now we gotta bring bruh into this. Bruh, we gonna do the conversation. So this situation is what led to this video. This one right here. We finally here after 30 minutes. We finally made it to why I'm even making this video. We get there and I'm sitting down. I could tell higher up, bro, he's low key done with it, bro. It's not even me he's done with. He's just done with the situation in general, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. I got a whole kitchen to worry about. Y'all got me sitting here doing this. I could tell. So I'm just out there vibing, blah blah blah. He's telling me, yo, bro, but you been late again, and this time it was an hour. You should have let us know before it became an hour. I told him, I was like, I was sleeping. I can't let you know in my sleep that I'm gonna be late. an hour late. You feel me? Unless I go on my dreams and I'm like, I wake up in the middle of my sleep. Yo, I'm gonna be an hour late. Go back to sleep. You feel me? It's not realistic. And I had to reiterate that to them to let them know how dumb they was sounding. Cause they was saying so much. They were trying to fix the problem without actually thinking. And that was the problem. They were trying to fix the problem without actually thinking. And they were telling me small little stuff. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier. And even the higher up guy low key pissed me off because, bro, I've worked in the kitchen for years, bro. And I've only, mind you, I've never called out of this job. I don't know why he brought this up. I've only called out a word. Like, I can only count on my hand how many times I done called out the word a death, a car accident, and one time I was just hungover. Cap, cap, cap. And even if it isn't cap, that is life. It happens. So why are those excusable? But I can't tell you my life. How come your life experiences are excusable, but not my life experiences? Please shut the fuck up. Like that genuinely pissed me off. The fact that he even said himself, "Oh, these are the reasons why I've been late before." All right then. So you know what's up. You know what it's like to be late. You know what it's like to. I've never called out, but you know what it's like to probably gotta call out you real quick. You feel me? It's never no malice. It's life. So that was the whole thing. He says that blah blah blah, and then mind you, I'm fixing a bowl right here. This is the mouthpiece to my bowl. I've been itching to hit this bit. I just had to make this video first. A diary to me. But after all da 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 da, and then I remember part of the conversation. So I like to make teas at work because they keep me calm. I try not to drink too much caffeine, and the teas is something that I'm drinking my water, and I'm also getting whatever antioxidants, vitamins, whatever. So I like to drink teas at work. No, I like to drink teas and I be making my meals. Mind y'all, everybody makes the meals. Everybody do whatever the fuck they want. I've seen people literally cook ribeyes for everyone except for me. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying that's the extent to what I've seen everyone do what they want. Literally everybody, janitor, dishwasher, cook, everybody just do what they want as long as you do your job. So I was confused when people bringing up me making my tea and me making my food as breaking the rules or not focusing on my job and shit. I was just like, why y'all talking to me about this? Y'all don't do that. And then what really, 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 really pissed me off was when middleman, because middleman is sitting on the side of higher bruh, and he's like, pretty much like, if your older sibling or your younger sibling told on you to the parent and then your parents getting on you and the siblings right there, that's what it was. So he was like, and you don't never see me break the rules. When I tell y'all, I've never felt so conflicted towards somebody else like that. Usually I can hide something. This was the first time I look. He said that because mind y'all, like, buddy over here is talking. Higher up, bro, is talking. Other guys right there, and he's telling me about the rules. And then I hear him say, "And you have never seen me break a rule." I went like this, no words. I'm just looking at him. And then he says it again. He's like, "You ain't never seen me break no." And I turn my head a little bit more, and I'm just like, "Is he really lying in my face right now? Just cause he here, bruh? I've broken rules because I seen you break them. What do you mean you don't break no rules? Why are you lying? It literally don't make sense why you lying right now to me in front of him when he don't even care. Cause he be breaking the rules too." At that point, I was just like, oh, okay. Okay. You were okay. And mind you, I didn't even tell y'all this part. I actually just remembered this part. This is what really got him today too. He made some rice today, and the rice was low key undercooked. Now, they told me I could make suggestions, but like I said, it was an impossible task to make a suggestion. But they told me I could make suggestions. The rice was undercooked. I take a little piece. Undercooked. No good. It's no good. Pas bon. Basura. And I'm like, how do I tell him that this rice? I know he made the rice because his name, when you label it, his name was on the label. I'm like, I know he made the rice. So how do I tell him that this rice is undone? Yo, bro, can I make a suggestion? What's your suggestion? We should low key cook the rice a little bit longer. It's undone right now. Oh, I know how to make rice. I didn't make that rice, but I know how to make rice. This is not the time for you to tell me how to make rice. Me, out of all people, especially with your level of expertise, trust me, bro. I know how to make rice, and maybe you should learn how to stop being late. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. All I did was suggest that we cook the rice a little bit longer. No one said nothing about you. I just said we should cook the rice a little bit longer because you gave me the recipe and the timing for the rice. So I think we should bump up the time. And he just took it as me saying that his rice wasn't shit. And I'm just like, so first off, you exposed yourself because why are you so anal about rice you didn't make? And then second off, why are you, it was just an ego moment where I realized that Buddy is just pure ego. He's not even like, there's some rationale within his mind. Cause like I said, we've had our moments where we cool and all that, but Buddy is just pure ego at that moment. And it really surprised me. So let's go back to this moment where like, he's lying to my face and I'm just like, wow. So this is who you are. Behind closed doors you be cool and all that, but this is who you are because ain't there's no reason why you should be acting like this. First you lie to me, man, you didn't even have to tell me that you didn't make the rice. I didn't even ask who made the rice. I was just saying that we should cook it a little bit longer, and then you go and lie about that whole situation. And then mind you too, I bring it up because I'm that type of person. I tell the higher up while we in the meeting, yo, remember how last conversation you told me that I can make suggestions? So I made a suggestion today and he got butthurt. So how am I supposed to make suggestions if he gonna keep getting butthurt? And Buddy literally looked at me like, bro, before you made a suggestion, you should have thought about a way to fix the problem before you singled me out like that. Again, snitching on himself because ain't nobody talk about you, nobody mentioned you. We just talked about the rice. Da 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 da. But I literally look at them side. I'm like, bruh, so you wanted me to make a whole nother batch of rice on the lowest of keys. You wasn't gonna ask me why am I making a whole nother batch of rice? Why am I da 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 da? Why am I not on the line ticket priority? You wanted me to go and do that behind your back, replace the rice and not say shit? I'm trying to find my camera because this gotta be a show. This gotta be a prank. This can't be real, bro. That's how I felt. I was just like, yo, y'all. So y'all don't. Oh my god, bro. Y'all can't be real. Y'all can't be real. Y'all can't be real. Y'all can't be real. And that was like my breaking point at that moment. Literally, I just was like so contempt after that. I was like, I don't care what the fuck y'all do now. Y'all can fire me. Y'all can do whatever. I just y'all so bull. Y'all so BS. Y'all so. It even got to the point, bro. I'm laughing because they're trying to make points, and I'm just like, I'll be surprised if they tell me not to come in tomorrow. I'll be 100. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell me not to come in tomorrow. I'm scheduled for 11, so I got time. I don't gotta work at 6:30, but I'll be very surprised if they don't come in tomorrow. Cause after that, I was just laughing. I was just like, y'all can't be serious right now. And even tomorrow, bro, it's gonna be hard for me to take Buddy serious, middleman, because I seen you with your tail behind your legs. You ran behind this man's back, only spoke when you felt like you had an upper hand, and just it was sad. And trust me, y'all, I know about the 48 laws of power. Ooh. And I know one of the laws of power is to never outshine the master, right? But it's kind of hard not to outshine the master when the master is purposely making an embarrassment of himself. In order to not outshine him, you would have to embarrass yourself a little bit more. And see, that's why I'm laughing. No, I can't. I'm already, this is already a humbling experience alone, just having to go back to the kitchen and hustle and do what I gotta do. It's already a humbling. How much low do you want me to get And if it's any lower, then you are at rock bottom, my G. For you to be acting like this and be a grown ass man. Mind y'all, I'm about to hit 30. I'm 26. This man is about to be 50. Please find you something else to worry about, bro. But y'all, this was my little video diary. I'm looking at the time. It's 40 something minutes. I might clip it up and edit it, or maybe I'm not gonna edit it and just gonna post it. No, nothing. Who knows, bro? But I really do hope y'all enjoyed this little rant. I had to rant, bro, because that was, I was either gonna write on my phone and do a little how Russ back in the day, they used to just be sitting in a little bathtub with a Blackberry. I was gonna do that on my patio with my bowl, but I was like, nah, we're gonna do some video diary. So who knows, bro? I know I've been looking at the PC build video. If y'all enjoyed that one, I will be doing an update on that. There is an update coming for that. It's just this I had to get out, bro. And rather I post it or not, hey, I don't know, but I had to get it out. But after this, I'm about to go work on some more videos. It did feel good doing this. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I was able to express myself. And I know I said a lot. I know a lot of it was unorganized, but I needed it. Whew, boy. Thank y'all for watching. More rants and videos and whatever. I don't know, bro. I just need to get this out. More coming soon. Just know, bro, don't let nobody ever try your shit. Don't let nobody ever try to make you stoop down to their level or even lower. You feel me? Even if you've read the 48 laws of power, there's also a law that says to not be a good trickster, but know how to play a role without playing it. You feel me? I'm trying to figure out what law it is. Hold on. 48. That